one of the largest urban transit networks in the world. And it is now officially the largest train station in Southeast Asia. One train every 90 seconds.
Not a penny to my name.
People are just the most special part of any trip, always. They made me buy one of these scarves. Ayutthaya was one of the wealthiest trading cities in Asia, a capital that could rival the world's greatest. One of the most mysterious images in all of Thailand. One of Mihai's all-time favorite childhood films was filmed here. Two royal brothers literally fought to the death over the throne here, and Ayutthaya was the blueprint and Bangkok was the next chapter. Nothing is the best for you, Mihai. You're very hard to please. Nothing is permanent. Nothing that we build is everlasting. And to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm surprised. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to get, but good morning, everyone. Here from busy Bangkok once again. This morning we are very excited. We are heading to see Ayutthaya, Thailand's old capital city. It is only about 80 kilometers away from Bangkok, so we thought it would be a wonderful day trip to do while staying here. And we'll be taking the train, so it should take us about 2 hours to get there. Now we'll be taking multiple trains to get there, and one of the main reasons is that we are staying a bit further away from the city, and that's why we need to switch trains a few times. But one of the best parts about moving around Bangkok, and especially near the trains, are these skywalks. So they're pretty much like these pedestrian paths that connect malls, stations and buildings. So you don't even need to step into the traffic below. And the cool thing is that it's shaded, it's breezy, so you don't have to walk in the heat of the sun or the rain. It's really like a second level to the city, I would say. And you know, Bangkok feels so chaotic on the ground, but up here, it's very calm and very organized.
Morning
Morning.
from crazy Bangkok.
Crazy Bangkok, but up here it doesn't feel crazy, right?
Yeah, it's nice and quiet. It's very nice.
We have a market right here nearby, and you can probably see just how busy it is down below. It's crazy. It is about 7 a.m. in the morning, so most locals are doing their shopping. And having a market right here near our accommodation has been so convenient. All the fruit and vegetables here are so cheap. I would say even cheaper than Bali. And one of the things that we liked the most is that they actually have prices displayed. In Bali, what we found is that they didn't have prices, so you'd always have to ask. And more often than not, you would always get the tourist price, not the local price. Whereas here, it's all the same for everyone. All the fruit and veggies here have been so fresh, they've been organic, and they have so much flavor, I must tell you. We've been eating salads every day. That's how tasty they really are here in Thailand. Yeah, so if you are staying in Bangkok or Thailand in general, do give the local markets a try. They have wonderful produce and at really affordable prices too. The metro system itself here in Bangkok is also surprisingly modern. It's spotless, it's air conditioned, and honestly one of the best ways to avoid traffic. So we've already had the chance to try it out a number of times, and we were pleasantly surprised at just how convenient and easy it is to get around Bangkok. So Bangkok actually has two major metro systems. The BTS SkyTrain, which is like this elevated train that glides above the city, and then you have the MRT, the underground metro system. For a city that can feel so chaotic at street level, the metro is just so peaceful, so efficient, safe, and so much faster than even taking a taxi. They are actually expanding, so by 2030 the government is planning to have over 500 kilometers of tracks, making it one of the largest urban transit networks in the world. So we'll be taking the SkyTrain first. We'll probably need to ride for about 7 or 8 stations. And then after that, we're taking the MRT, so the underground train. And yeah, about how many stations for that one? About 5 or 6?
4 or 5?
Yeah, 4 or 5 stations with the MRT before we get to the main train that goes to Ayutthaya. So as you can see, it will take us about 2 hours to get there, but we are enjoying this experience. It's such a local way of moving around and seeing everyday life as it is here in Bangkok. Okay, so for the first train, for the Sky train, we got these cards, which are our tickets, and it cost us 39 baht per person. Now, the price does depend on how many stations you ride, so yeah, 78 altogether for the two of us. Okay, so for the underground train, we actually got these tokens this time, so it's not a card. And it was 25 baht per person to the Grand Station. Alright, so we have arrived at the Grand Station, Bangsu. And we got our tickets to Ayutthaya, which costs us 20 baht per person. Now, this is actually the new crown jewel of Thailand's railway network. It opened in 2023 and it is now officially the largest train station in Southeast Asia, covering a massive 274,000 square meters. It has 26 platforms and is designed to handle up to 40 trains per hour. So that's almost one train every 90 seconds. It replaced the old Hua Lamphong station as Bangkok's main rail hub and will eventually connect with high-speed trains to Laos and China. To be honest, it feels more like an international airport than a train station. It's a symbol of how fast Thailand's infrastructure is evolving. It's absolutely huge. And we can see all sorts of boutique-style stalls here. There's food options as well. Got the waiting area. Yes, it's massive. Absolutely massive.
Yeah, it looks like airport.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a train station, does it?
So clean.
Very clean too, yes.
You are welcome. Welcome, Mama. You are welcome. You Thailand.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I feel like God. A shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Not I can go back home this way, this way, this way, this way. Lord, I can go back home this way. โอ้ยขอบคุณนะ
I am so impressed at just how much effort that lady is putting just to speak with us. She's trying her hardest to speak with us in English and she's telling us about her life, she's singing. She's just full of joy. People are just the most special part of any trip, always. All right, so we have arrived, and it seems like I've been pronouncing the name wrong all along. I've heard some locals say it, and it's actually called Ayutthaya. So apologies for that, but the trip here took about 1 hour exactly. Yeah, so not a long trip overall, quite easy to get here. Okay, so to get to the actual city, we had to get a tuk-tuk from the railway station, and it cost us 120 baht. Now, I'm not entirely sure how long it will take, so I'll update you on that. But yes, there was the option to walk there, but it's a really 45 minutes here to walk there. So yeah, we thought we might as well just get a tuk-tuk because We've already done almost 3 hours just to get to this point, so let's see how long it takes us. Alright guys, so the tuk-tuk ended dropping us off at the first site called Wat Martathat, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it turns out that at each of these temples or major sites throughout the city, you have to purchase a separate ticket. And the entrance ticket for this one was 80 baht per person. So yeah, we'll see how much the others cost, but we also had to have our shoulders covered. So yes, it's something I wasn't aware of, and they made me buy one of these scarves to cover my shoulders. So yes, if you come, make sure you do have something to cover your shoulders. Otherwise, they won't allow you to go in. But this is the image that we are greeted with as soon as we enter. Wow, just no words. What a sight. But yes, it is a big city, and from what we've been told by the driver, it does take quite a few hours to get around, probably 3 or 4 hours, if not longer, to see all the major sites. Now, it was founded in 1350, and it was envisioned as a capital that could rival the world's greatest. So by the 17th century, Ayutthaya was one of the wealthiest trading cities in Asia, often compared by European visitors to Paris or Venice. It had diplomatic relations with France, Portugal, the Netherlands, China, and Japan. However, its glory didn't last very long. It was famously destroyed in 1767 by the Burmese, who looted and razed most of it, including the royal palace. Ayutthaya was abandoned and the court moved to Thonburi, the modern-day Bangkok, so the new capital. But what remains is hauntingly beautiful. You see these headless Buddha statues, crumbling towers, and broken stupas scattered across these vast green fields. Now, what made Ayutthaya quite significant was its geographical positioning. It sits at the junction of three rivers, and this is what actually made it ideal for trade, for defense, agriculture, turning it into a wealthy center that rivaled Venice or Amsterdam. Now, this particular temple, called Wat Mahathat, was built in the 14th century and was one of the most important and oldest temples during the Ayutthaya kingdom, serving as a royal monastery. It housed relics of the Buddha and was also a spiritual center of the city. Now, this place is quite famous for the Buddha head entwined in tree roots, and it became really iconic, but nobody knows how it actually got there. Some say that it was possibly placed there after the Burmese sacked the city in 1767, while others claim that it just got tangled in the roots, and eventually, as the tree grew, it just got picked up by them. So yes, it's a bit hard to say how it ended up looking like this, but it's definitely one of the most mysterious images in all of Thailand, that's for sure. Oh, I can see a little squirrel climbing over the temple. How cute. Now, one of Mihai's all-time favorite childhood films was filmed here. Certain scenes. Can you tell us which one it is?
Yes, it's the Kickboxer, 1989.
Yeah, very old.
Very old.
How does it feel for you to
Yeah,
stand here after watching it so many
for me,
times
like
when you were a kid?
yesterday, the time is going so quick, and now
How old were you when you first saw the
I
film?
think 5, 6,
5 or 6
6.
only.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
still a baby.
I remember everyone in my village tried to training like the actor, the Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, yes. Everyone would do all those, well,
Yeah.
try and do all those
Yes, from the tree.
stunts, and
Yeah, it's it's emotion.
it's very nostalgic for you to
Nostalgic
be
for me. Yeah.
here.
It's a good movie, very nice movie.
Yes, it's an old one, but it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a
And it
classic.
represent the Thailand, the culture, and yeah, it's more for the boys.
Yeah, when I saw it, yeah, I must say I really appreciated that film as well. And Now that we're here in Thailand, I appreciate it even more because, yeah, you just feel it even more. You see what it's all about and understand it better, I think.
Yeah, even for me now, I understand better. I understand the message now. Yes, it's amazing.
It had a very spiritual side to it as well, not just the kickboxing side, but the spiritual side is the side of the film that I liked personally the most. And yeah, when they filmed in locations like this, yeah, I think that was my favorite part of the movie, seeing Ayutthaya. It was just
For me, the same.
mind-blowing. But yes, many films have been filmed here, and you can see why it was chosen. It's just spectacular to be here. The scenery, the architecture, and of course the history behind it. The architecture is just stunning. And yes, some of these pagodas are just so well preserved, so beautiful. You can still see some of the carvings and the details, the ornaments carved inside the stone. It's really, really beautiful. You can actually climb up the stairs to some of these complexes. Alright, so we've come to a different site now called Wat Ratchaburana. Wow, the architecture is just, wow, it's even more spectacular than the other one, I think. Now, this one was also 80 baht per person. So, yeah, as I said in the beginning, you do have to pay for each site separately. Apparently, there used to be a pass that you could get for all of the sites, but yeah, they don't have that anymore. Now, this temple was built in 1424 and it has quite a sad story behind it. After the death of their father, King Itharaja, a succession crisis erupted between his two eldest sons. So instead of reaching a diplomatic resolution, the two brothers chose to duel on elephant back, a traditional but deadly form of battle among royalty. The clash took place just outside the city walls of Ayutthaya, and in the end both princes were killed. Now, after their death, their younger brother ascended the throne and, overcome with grief and a sense of duty, he commissioned Wat Ratchaburana on the very site where his brothers had died, both to honor their memory and as an act of merit-making in Buddhist tradition. Two royal brothers literally fought to the death over the throne here, and this was built to honor them. And as you can see, the central prang is one of the best preserved here in Ayutthaya. Now, what's also interesting is that beneath the main prang lies a crypt, an underground chamber where golden Buddha images, various royal relics, and treasures were once hidden. But honestly, what can I say? This place is so, so beautiful. And that towering prang in the middle kind of looks like a giant stone rocket from a distance. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
I think I like this one more.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot nicer and it has more detail. Except for the story.
Yes.
The story is a bit tragic. Now, you've probably noticed that the sun is out now, and I think the temples look even more beautiful in this light. But what's interesting is that we can actually walk up some of these stairs, and yeah, I can see people climbing all the way up there. So I wonder what's inside. Let's have a look. You can see just how tall it is. It's huge. And as we walk up the stairs, right in the center, we can see another beautiful statue. And I believe that's a statue of Buddha as well. Oh, wow. So beautiful. And just on the left-hand side, there's a tiny room in there. Look at these beautiful carvings in the stone. So detailed. Okay, so it's not actually that small. There's a little passage here. There's a strange smell inside. Very strange. Okay, so this is the actual crypt that I was talking about. And it's, from what I can see here, it says that it's considered to be one of the largest in Thailand. And you can see here in the photos that it contained all sorts of gold objects, which were the king's personal possessions, as well as the property of the wealthy people and members of the general public. So my understanding is that nowadays these objects are actually to be found in the National Museum of Chao Sampraya. But yes, there's a very strange smell which I can't describe. Oh yes, I don't know if you can see, but there's lots of tiny little bats up there. Bit creepy, but they're all sleeping at the moment, so that's good. Yeah, it's very dark in there, but I just couldn't stand the smell. There wasn't much air, so it's nice to get a breath of fresh air now. And the view from up here, though, what a view with all the stupas. Wow, amazing. It's also worth noting just how green it is around the ruins. It's very, very green. And you've got this beautiful contrast of color as well. Now, what's interesting is that after the Burmese invasion, when they moved the capital to the south and they started building Bangkok, a lot of it was modeled after Ayutthaya. So, temples, the royal traditions, and even the way the city was laid out. And if you visit the Grand Palace today, you'll notice the same kind of roofs, the sharp golden details, and the tall prangs are very, very similar. So it's like Ayutthaya was the blueprint and Bangkok was the next chapter. Right, so we've come to our next temple called Wat Phra Sisampet, if I pronounce that correctly. And Mihai decided that he wanted an ice cream before we go in. So he's getting a coconut ice cream. It's so hot today. So
Very nice ice
you're
cream.
making me jealous now. Maybe I should have gotten one too. Is it good?
Yeah, how I said. No, the best, no, it's good.
Nothing is the best for you, Mihai. You're very hard to please.
It's good. I can't say it's perfect. I can't say it's the best.
You've tried better.
Yeah, I try better.
Fair enough.
It's good.
It's
I
good.
said it's not bad. It's good.
So it was around a 15-minute walk from the other temple. And yeah, as you can see, the city is indeed huge. And you do need pretty much the whole day. Now, we are not going to go and see all of the temples and all of the sites. It would just be impossible for us to see everything today. So we've just chosen a few, but yeah, I can already see those beautiful stupas. Well, they just keep getting better and better. So once again, it was 80 baht per person. So that seems to be the standard price. And wow, what an impressive view once again. There's no words. And as you can probably tell, this temple is famous for the three large stupas, which once again are very well preserved. They're very, very beautiful and very tall. So this was actually the royal temple within the old Grand Palace complex. It was used exclusively for royal religious ceremonies and no monks resided here. Now the reason you see three stupas is that they actually enshrine the ashes of the three Ayutthaya kings. And of course, just like all of the other temples, it was completely destroyed. So you can say that this temple once stood as the spiritual heart of the Ayutthaya kingdom, and the three stupas that you see along with the architecture later inspired the Grand Palace in Bangkok. but just standing in front of them, you kind of get why this place symbolized the power of an entire kingdom. And it's crazy to think that before it was destroyed, this whole temple used to be covered in gold. So, actual gold. But yes, unfortunately, we can't really see that version anymore, but they're still so beautiful. And of course, this area is huge. Yeah, there's no way we could have seen the entire city in one day. We had a lot on our list, but yeah, it's just not going to be possible. And really, regardless of which angle you take a look at it, it's just jaw-dropping. Now, what I've also noticed is that a lot of the stupas aren't actually straight. They're slightly inclined, if you can see. Not all of them. So I'm not sure whether that's because of the worsening condition or it was intentionally built like that, but yeah, it's got an interesting appearance when you see it tilted like that. I've come to the other side from behind the entrance. And yes, they look just as spectacular from this side as well. And I don't know if you can see, but there's so many plants and all sorts of weeds growing on them. And that just goes to show that no matter how powerful we think we are, nothing is permanent, nothing that we build is everlasting. And yeah, eventually nature reclaims everything back. All right, guys, so we've arrived at our last site for the day. And yeah, it was a 20-minute walk from the previous one. So yeah, this is definitely not a small city. It's huge. It's actually close to 290 hectares, if you believe it or not. And yeah, there is no way you can see it in 3 or 4 hours like we were told. There's no way. You can't even see it in a day. You would need a good couple of days to see everything, I would say. And yeah, the entire city has about 60 temples and ruins scattered. So yeah, we had a lot more planned, as I said earlier, but yeah, there's just no way. So yes, do keep that in mind. And if you do want to come to Ayutthaya, it's best you come as early as you possibly can. That is if you want to see more. The more you want to see, the earlier it's recommended you come. That's the reality. But right now we've come to another temple, and I won't attempt to pronounce the name because it's just way too difficult, but I'll leave the name on the screen. But yes, the site that we've come to now is famous for the giant reclining Buddha statue. Now, I'm not sure whether that's actually the one that we're supposed to see, because this one looks quite new and it's also very big. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see because in the photos it looked very different. Okay, so I just looked it up, and yes, this is the one, and apparently it's been restored quite recently, so it did not look like this. And yeah, if you look up the location, it will show you entirely different images. But yeah, so yes, this must be a recent restoration. And to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed. I kind of liked the way it looked when it was all old and just kind of lost its charm for me. I don't know.
It's look like new.
Yeah, it looks new, you know, new and modern. And I was expecting something ancient, you know. But yes, this is it. So in case you're wondering, like we were, you don't have to pay anything here to see it. It's all free entry. But yes, this giant Buddha stretches almost 40 meters long. It's very peaceful, solemn, and yeah, what I'm noticing is that there are less crowds, so not as crowded here as the other sites that we've been to. But yes, it is huge, definitely. Yeah, let me know what you think, if you prefer to see it like this, all new, But yes, it looks very fresh. This must be very recent. What do you think? Is it recent? Maybe a couple of months?
Couple months.
Couple of months.
Yeah, no more.
It's all plastered now, and yeah, what a shame. I really wanted the ancient version.
Yes, for me now it's not authentic.
Yeah, for me neither. I don't think it's authentic now, but oh well. It's good to know if you come here and you expect to see the ancient version. I mean, it's still beautiful, right?
Yes.
It's very beautiful. Don't get us wrong. We have nothing against it. It's just that we expected something else, and we were just surprised to see it so
Yeah,
new.
doesn't look good because everything is old, the size, and now it look like
Yeah, that's right. I think everything, all the ruins are around,
yes,
they're all, scattered. They're ruined. They're broken.
yeah,
It's all
everything is
old, and
broken,
this is
everything is old.
suddenly this is
Yes.
so new. So it's just our opinion, and we still like it. It's still beautiful, but yes, when you expect something else, you can be a bit disappointed. So, all right, guys. So we've left the temples. We are still in Ayutthaya, and we've decided to come and have something to eat at a restaurant. So we've already ordered. Currently waiting for our meals to arrive. But yes, we're very exhausted. There was a lot of walking around. I'm very curious how many kilometers we've done today because, yeah, my feet are so sore. Uh, but yes,
Say it's a lot of dust.
oh yes, and we found that there's so much dust around the sides, and it's red, and it sticks to your skin, and you end up all being red. And Mihai wore a white T-shirt today, and it all became red. You won't believe it. So he had to go and get changed. So yeah, it's very unusual, but it's because of the red brick. Very dusty. All right, so Mihai's meal has arrived. He went for a pork chop with mashed potato and a Caesar salad, I believe.
It looks nice.
Looks really good. Is it good? Tender?
Yes. One of the best grill the last 2 months.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so how many stars
Yeah,
overall? 5 stars.
5 star. Yeah. That's how I like.
Okay, so my dish has also arrived. So I went for a rosé pasta. That's what it was called on the menu. Yeah, from what I can see, it has prawns and cherry tomatoes and a little bit of caviar, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's a surprise. I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna get, but yeah, let's give it a taste. Oh, very nice. Interesting. It's very, very creamy, slightly salty, very, very fresh, the seafood that I'm getting. Wow, it is very nice. I'll try the prawn. Nice and crisp. And you got this tomato flavor also coming through as well. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Very, very good.
How many stars?
5. All right, guys. So we had a fantastic time here in Ayutthaya. The meals were delicious.
One and the best.
One of the best, yes. We ended up paying 550 baht, and that's including 2 main meals and 2 soft drinks. Now we are back at the railway stations. We had to run here because we thought we were going to miss the train. So we only just made it. The train should be here in a couple of minutes. But yes, Ayutthaya was such a gem. If you like ancient ruins, ancient cities, it's a must visit if you're in Bangkok. It's a really wonderful way to spend a day. As you can see, it's really not that difficult to get here. So it's a great little day trip that you can do.
You can stay one day if you like.
Yeah, maybe next time we come, we'll
Yeah. I
we'll
think I
stay
stay
in the
one
area
day.
because
Yeah.
we would have liked to see a bit more of the temples. We had a huge list, but yeah, I had no idea that it would take us so long to see each of the temples. So yeah, that's one of the downsides, I guess. It was a big territory, and you also had to pay for every single entrance, apart from the last one. But yeah, that was the only thing that I didn't really like. They could have just had a pass for all of them, but you know, it's
Yeah,
only
no.
a minor thing.
If you give you the pass for all of them, you can't, you don't have time to
That's
go.
true. You
Yeah,
don't
you
have the
don't have
time to
time.
go and see all of them. You really don't.
And now I understand why you need to pay for every
Yeah, it makes sense in a
enter.
way. It does
Yes.
make sense. So, look, we were happy regardless, and we would come back here anytime. We love ancient ruins. It's really our thing, and yeah, highly
It's
recommend
a
it.
very nice place, yeah, to come here.
For sure. So over the next couple of days, we'll be leaving Bangkok and heading up north to Chiang Rai. So yes, we're very excited. Can't wait to see a new part of Thailand.
I
But
think I miss the Bangkok.
we will miss Bangkok. Bangkok has really touched our hearts. We really didn't expect much when coming here.
Yes.
Didn't have much expectations, but it really surprised us in the most pleasant ways. And
I like the people,
the people, the food,
the food,
everything, the
the
infrastructure,
service.
the service,
Yeah, it's
everything was amazing.
crazy city, no, with gem in the top.
Yeah, it's not crazy, it's just chaotic, but somehow they made it work, you know, in all of that house. They made it work. And yeah, I take my hat off to them for doing it. It's a really wonderful city, and like Mihai said, we will miss it.
Yeah.
But another reason to come back to
Yes.
Thailand, come
Yes.
back to Bangkok. But yeah, I think we'll end this vlog right here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.